African family, blessed love, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you go check out the website www.freetheafricans.com. your site. Yeah man, so right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start uploading footage from yesterday. FDMG Academy, big up Dr. Umar and all the ones and ones that helped organize that thing. It was super fire. And for all the ones that couldn't make it, this is why I recorded it. I'm new to this vlog thing with the whole camera and editing it over the computer, so please just work with me, fam. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it up in parts because I have enough footage. So this part one is gonna be a speech of Dr. Umar. It's about 30 minutes long. You guys can skip through it. You can do whatever you want. It's a good speech. He's actually talking about like the black woman, the black man. He's talking about the vaccines. He's talking about all the Babylon stuff that go on right now. Our youngins, their education, you know what I'm saying? So it's really powerful. It's live and direct. I actually had to get on the side angle, so yeah, it's pretty fire though. Make sure you check that out, and I'll continue to post other parts up. The other ones I would have to edit, have an interview with a brethren and I. So, big up the Black Panther Party for securing the event, keeping everyone safe. Everything Ira and Medea, you understand? Hulk smash like, make sure you comment, share, I scribe, I port, you understand? Yes, I. And yeah, man, it's real. Don't listen to the haters, don't listen to the coons. FDMG is going up. You understand? FDMG is going up. Brothers and sisters, send your resumes. You know, Doc said he need teachers, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this right, let's come together. Because we could really have Black Wall Street. We could really have Black economics. It's us. It's us, it's us, because there's too many haters, too many coons letting the white man, the Babylon man, interfere with what we got going on. Y'all don't even have y'all own opinions. Make sure y'all checking stuff out, doing your due diligence. Every time I do my due diligence on Dr. Umar, it always checked out. You understand? So we went to FDMG, we checked it out. The gym's looking good. You know, everything's getting done. You know, it was fire. It was fire. It was good vibes. Everyone was happy, you understand? So, yeah man, let's get it.
Black power, round of applause. Black power, make some noise. Black family, one love, make some noise. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to be long because we have more entertainment who have volunteered their time and sacrificed their service to come and help us celebrate this occasion. So I don't want to be long, and I want to make sure nobody leaves without having that opportunity for a very, 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 very brief conversation with Dr. Umar, as well as your photo and your book sign. First, I want to say that I didn't know how today would go. The mission to build America's first truly revolutionary Pan-Africanist institution has not been a smooth road. We started in 2014 with a donation in St. Louis after we heard about an HBCU that was for sale, known as the St. Paul's College. Many of you have heard of it. They wanted $2 million. But they only gave us a few months to get it. We were unsuccessful after the Chinese decided to buy an HBCU. At that point, we said, let's just get us a regular day school, brothers and sisters. And I traveled all over the country. I was in Atlanta and came very close to getting a school there. I was in Detroit, came very close to getting schools there. Chicago, I was all over the country, spending all my miles and all my money trying to see where the ancestors wanted us to build not the only, but the first campus. And so it all changed on 2017. Y'all remember 2017 was the year of the great North American eclipse, which happened on my birthday, the anniversary of the Nat Turner War, the anniversary of the Haitian Revolution, the anniversary of the George Jackson War, August the 21st. So after going to Nat Turner land to celebrate the great eclipse on August the 21st of 2017, I came back and had a chance to walk through these 4 buildings. The asking price, we couldn't afford it. But I continued to be persistent with the owners. And after 18 months of begging and pleading and negotiating and conversating, in the bicentennial year of Frederick Douglass's birth, we successfully purchased these 4 buildings. We're not renting. This is not a lease. This is not a loan. We own them. We own the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. We own the Frederick Douglass High School. We own the Jean-Jacques Dessalines Nat Turner Gymnasium. And when we're done, brothers and sisters, this will be the largest independent black school campus in the United States, and the only independent black school with 2 modern school buildings right across the street from one another. But it's not enough to just put one in Delaware. I gotta put one back home in Philadelphia. I got to go to Miss Wisconsin with my brother Jacob Blake Sr. Put your hands together for Jacob Blake Sr. Put your hands together for Breonna Taylor. Her aunt is with us today. That's right. We stand together or we don't stand at all. Black folks have to understand that we can't make it as individuals. We can't make it as religions. We can't make it as cliques. We can't make it as nationalities. We can only make it in the manner in which God created us to make it, and that's as one African people, brothers and sisters. I don't care if you super light or super dark. I don't care if your hair is super straight or super nappy. I don't care if you speak in Ebonics, Zulu, Tweet, Portuguese, or French. It is Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. Brothers and sisters, don't you ever once think that it is in your best interest to give up your ancestral homeland. Only a fool would relinquish their right to their ancestral homeland. If China is for the Chinese, and Israel is for the Jew, and if Europe is for the European, then Africa must be for African people, brothers and sisters. It's the only way to get it right. And we're not going to fight over the word African. I know that it is an original word. I know our ancestors gave it to us. I know it means birth of man, but it's okay if somebody else doesn't accept that truth. If you want to refer to the Creator as Allah, Jehovah, Yahweh, Olodumare, it doesn't matter to me. Amin Ra. It doesn't matter. Use them all. Because God is so great that you're out of your mind if you think you can reduce supreme consciousness to one word. God is so great that you're out of your mind if you think you can reduce supreme consciousness to one religion. God is so great. You are out of your mind to think that your way is the only way. There's a million roads to get to the Most High, and you have no right to tell another person which road they must travel. Black men, we have to do a better job supporting, loving, and respecting our black women.
That's right, Dr. Umar.
Every black man should be with a black woman. And I cannot accept you being with anything else. Haven't they taken enough away from us already? They stole our land, stole our resources, they stole our heritage, they stole our history, they stole our labor, they stole our identity, and you got the nerve to get up, turn around, and give them your DNA too. Give them your blood too. Give them your chromosomes too. I have nothing against the white woman, but the black woman is my woman. I have nothing against the Chinese woman, but the black woman is my woman. And if she was good enough for me in slavery, she should be good enough for me now. And if she was good enough for me in Jim Crow, she's good enough for me now. Nobody can understand what the black man goes through except a black woman. And don't make excuses, black man, for why you ain't got one. If you want a super light bright, we got that. If you want it with straight hair, we got that. If you want it with hazel eyes, we got that. If you want it with a teeny body, we got that. But I'd rather have a curvy and brown or chocolate or fudge or caramel or pistachio or sweet peanut butter or hot We must stay focused. Brothers and sisters, it is my hope that the Marcus Garvey Elementary School is completely renovated by the end of this calendar year. It is my hope that we can have a grand opening celebration during Black History Month of 2022. That is my hope. It is also my hope that we can begin school for our young men next August of 2022. But in order for us to do that, we need the HVAC unit for the roof to show up. We paid $47,000 for it last month. We were told the earliest we can get it is Halloween because due to COVID, a lot of the production plants are not getting the materials that they need. So it's not up to us when we open. It's not even up to the technicians. It's not up to the electrician or the plumber. It's not up to the HVAC tech or the carpenter. I believe it's up to the ancestors. I believe it's up to Almighty God. So whether we open next summer or the summer after, at least we still open it. Brothers and sisters, we have to stop being comfortable waiting for the government to solve our problems for us. We got to stop sitting around waiting for God to come down and solve a problem that you created. Understand, African people, that God does not work for you, God works through you. So if you don't get up and do no work, God won't get up and do no work either. Why is it? We are $2 trillion people, but I can't find a Black Wall Street nowhere in the United States. We are 50 million strong, spread across 50 states. How can 50 million people spread across 50 states not have an independent community with their own supermarket, an independent community with their own hospital, an independent community with their own banks, their own schools, their own distribution networks, their own manufacturing sector? I don't know about you, but I cannot sit back and wait for another race to do for me what God gave me the ability to do for myself. Last time I checked, the white man got 2 arms like me. Last time I checked, the Chinese got 2 legs like me. Last time I checked, the Arab got 2 eyeballs like me. So if he can solve his problems, why the hell can I solve mine? Once upon a time, China was not what China is today. Once upon a time, India was not what India is today. Once upon a time, the United States was not what she is today. So if they can transform their reality in a half century or a century, why can't we? Especially given the fact that we are God's chosen people. It is the African who is God's chosen people. You're the only people in the world with 9 strands of DNA. Nobody else has 9 strands of DNA. You have the oldest DNA on the planet. You are the only one whose organs can be universally donated to every other race. So why are you chasing other people when God made you the oldest of all of God's children? Start acting like it. And let us be clear. We are not where we are because white folks put us there. We are where we are because we put ourselves there. Abraham Lincoln did not free black people. Black people freed Abraham Lincoln. America did not make black people. Black people made America. We have to correct the narrative. But let me be clear. I don't care how much we lecture our children about history. I don't care how many books we buy or read, and we need to do all of the above. But until we create opportunities for black youth, they'll never feel proud to be African. Until we create businesses for black youth, until black women can go to black men when they're homeless, until black elders can go to the black community when they're hungry, until our teenagers can go to the black community when they need shelter. Until we can provide services for our own people, we'll never be respected by them. It's easy to be proud of your race when your race does things to make you proud. But if I have to go outside my community to get my basic needs met, why in the hell would I care about that community? And to the black conscious community, with all due respect, we are the greatest embarrassment of black America in the last 20 years. We talk about the church. We criticize the church. We claim to be the replacement for the church. But how good of a job have we done? Last time I checked, the church can still get you a bag of groceries. Last time I checked, the church can still help you find a place to live. Last time I checked, this church can still offer you some petty services. But what do we offer our people? Nothing but intellectual masturbation. What do we offer our people? Nothing but ideological competition. What do we offer our people but conflict and crisis and the glorification of underachievement? Brothers and sisters, as a psychologist, I know one thing for certain and two things for sure. If the Negro does not kill his ego will destroy our people. I said if the Negro does not destroy his ego, then his ego will destroy his people. And black man, stop making the black woman the scapegoat. She might have more education than you, but she's not doing no better than you. She might have more money in her paycheck than you, but she's struggling just like you because she cannot be who she needs to be without you. And black woman, don't knock the black man but so much, because at the end of the day, we can do nothing without you. In Yoruba culture, there's a proverb that says the man is the head of the household, but the woman is the neck upon which the head must stand. And without the neck of the woman, there could be no erect head of the man. The point of the story is not whether the black man is God or the black woman is God. Neither of us are God until we come together and then we make God. Brothers and sisters, the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey said, if the black man and woman of America are not careful, you will drink in all the poison of Western civilization and die from the effects of it. Don't copy the European because you're not a European. His ways don't suit you. He comes from an ice culture. You come from a sun culture. Don't copy the Arab. His culture don't suit you. He comes from a sand culture. You come from a sun culture. Don't copy the Chinese. His culture doesn't suit you. He comes from a mountain culture. You come from a sun culture. Sun people cannot exist unless we practice the ways of the sun. As I prepare to close, for all my parents here, school just started last week, and for some of you, school started last month. Please do not get my little brothers evaluated for ain't no daddy at home disorder. That's what we call it in the black community. In the mainstream community, they call it attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. They're making billions of dollars off of black boys who are being raised by single mothers doing a great job. But without the benefit of their fathers, naturally, it's not the woman's responsibility to discipline her boys. That normally falls to the father. But when he's not there, the mothers do the best that they can, and when they fall short, the medical industrial complex comes in. When they fall short, the psychiatrist comes in. When they fall short, Child Protective Services comes in, and they try to force our sisters to medicate our little brothers, and then they threaten to take them out of the home if they don't put them on dope. Well, sisters, I want you to know this. They can't force you to evaluate your child, but once he gets the label, they can force you to keep the label on. They can't force you to medicate your child, but once you start giving him psychiatric medication, they can force you to keep him on the meds. The black boy don't need Ritalin today if he didn't need it in 1960. And if he didn't need Adderall in 1860, what the hell he needed today for? And if he didn't need Concerta or Prozac or Risperdal, why in the hell are you giving your children the same chemicals that America claims are so dangerous to be sold on our streets? Brothers and sisters, I'm not a medical doctor, but I do know American history. And whenever the U.S. government claims to be doing something to save black life, they're usually taking it. When the government claims to be helping black life, they're usually stealing it. I don't know about you, but when I heard about Hank Aaron, our great black baseball legend, dying after he took the COVID shot, I said, I think I'm gonna opt out. And when I heard about our great black pioneering female actor, Queen Mother Cicely Tyson, taking the COVID shot and dying not long thereafter, I said, I think I might opt out. And when I heard that DMX had the COVID shot, I said, I think I might opt out. And when I heard that our grandmaster teacher, Dr. Umar Johnson, one of the greatest black scholars of the modern era, died in Egypt after taking a COVID shot in America, I said, I think I might opt out. And when I heard that marvelous Marvin Hagler died of the COVID shot, and we learned that from his friend, former foe, Tommy Hearns, I said I might opt out. I will never tell you not to take a shot, but I do ask you to use your intelligence. And in using your intelligence, I must ask you one simple question. Why would the people trying to get rid of you do anything to help you live longer? Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you this. Don't you sign no special ed testing evaluation commission. Why are you getting kindergartners tested for reading problems? Why are you getting first graders tested for math problems? Why are you getting 7-year-olds tested for autism? Autism is a very real disability. And most black boys are getting autism because of the vaccinations. And the one vaccination in particular is the measles, mumps, and rubella shot. Do all you can to not give them the MMR. Please, brothers and sisters. God gave us the greatest immune system on earth. God gave us 9 strands of DNA. I'm willing to bet that those 9 strands that represents the number 9 of our ancestors can help us solve any problem we need to solve if we would just tap into nature, tap into the universe, but most of all, tap into the creator that is within you. We don't need the white man's medicine or his chemicals to solve black problems. No more special ed. No more special ed, no more ADHD, no more conduct disorder, no more letting schools do whatever they want to do with our children. Also, we got to bring back homework in the black community. We got to bring back going to the library in the black community. We got to bring back going to the bookstore in the black community. We got to bring back study hour and quiet hour in the black home, in the black community. I'm trying to understand how the great and honorable Frederick Douglass, your ancestor, for whom this high school is named after, I'm trying to understand how he could teach himself how to read under the threat of death. I'm trying to understand how he could teach himself how to read during slavery with no special ed teacher. I'm trying to understand how he could teach himself how to read in the 1800s. And here is your son 200 years later, and he can't read without a special white teacher helping him along. Frederick Douglass, who escaped from slavery to freedom right through Wilmington, Delaware. The Honorable Marcus Garvey, whose Black Star Line was incorporated right here in the state of Delaware. Bob Marley, who used to spend the summer right here with his mother in Wilmington, Delaware. Queen Mother Harriet Tubman, who came through Wilmington, Delaware dozens of times, taking our ancestors from slavery to freedom. Henry Highland Garnett, grandfather of Pan-Africanism, who came from slavery to freedom right here through Wilmington, Delaware. To my brothers and sisters in Wilmington, to my brothers and sisters in Dover, to my brothers and sisters in Newcastle and Bear, Delaware, and all across the 3 counties of this second smallest state in America, I want to say thank you for accepting Dr. Umar with open arms. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for stopping by, brothers and sisters. I believe that Delaware can be the next Black Wall Street. I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it. I'm not a Christian, but the Bible says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. We were the first made last, and now we have to make the last first. But in order to do that, we got to work. Nothing wrong with protesting, but you're going to have to work. Nothing wrong with prayer. I pray every day, but you're going to have to work. Nothing wrong with voting and with marching, but you're going to have to work. And as it relates to voting in black people, until we start organizing our dollars to build black power, we'll never be respected. There's 3 things black people don't do that everybody else do. There's 3 things that you don't do that the Chinese do, the Arab do, the Mexican do, the East Indian does it, the Anglo-Saxon, the Jew, they all do it. Number 1, they operate economically as a single unit. We do not do that. Number 2, they vote in the interest of their race. We do not do that. Number 3, they teach their children loyalty to the race before they teach them loyalty to the religion. We do not do that. Christianity is a beautiful religion when practiced from an African perspective. Islam is a beautiful religion when practiced from an African perspective. The Hebrew faith is a beautiful religion when practiced from an African perspective. But the minute you start telling black folks that they're going to hell if they don't believe like you, your religion just became an agent of the devil. When you start telling black folks you got to believe in this book and throw away the rest of them, your religion just became the handiwork of the devil. Brothers and sisters, it's not your religion that determines whether you get to heaven or not. It's what you do for black people while you're walking on this earth that determines whether you get to heaven or not. And to all my pastors and preachers out there, for those of you doing the good work, I commend you and I tell you to keep on going. There's nothing like a God-fearing man or a God-fearing woman who does the work of the people. But outside of you, there's too many black churches taking too much money from black people and not giving us enough in return. Deacon Pork Chop gotta go. Deacon Watermelon gotta go. Brothers and sisters, if your religion doesn't serve African liberation, then your religion is the handiwork of your enemy. Every organization, every institution, every religion must benefit us. And if it does not benefit us, it is something that you must distrust. I want to give you all my phone number right now, in case you ever need to reach me. Brothers and sisters, we have over 30 vendors here today. Most of them paid, some of them snuck in. But anyway, support all of them, brothers and sisters. We got some of the best juice out here I've ever had in my life. We got some of the best book titles out here I've ever seen. Some of the best African artwork, some of the best jewelry, some of the best incense, some of the best sage. Don't leave here. I'm asking you, don't leave here without patronizing at least 3 vendors. I don't care which 3 you choose, but find 3, brothers and sisters, and let's build some black power with your black dollar. With that being said, as I wrap this up, please donate as much as you can. We're almost done with this school, and I think we have just enough to finish it, but we haven't even begun to build for this one. This school you see right here, the Frederick Douglass High School, is 4 times the size of the Garvey building. The Garvey building has 4 bathrooms. This one has about 8. The Garvey building got 10 classrooms. This one got about 24 of them. Once we get the Frederick Douglass building operating, the Garvey building operating, the Dessalines and Turner building operating, and that corner building down there will probably be my presidential headquarters. We will be able to host any conference. We will be able to host any seminar, any retreat. I can't wait till we host the first annual International Black Women's Conference. I can't wait till we host the first annual International Black Man's Conference. I can't wait till we host the Black Wall Street Conference, the Black Vendors Conference, the Black Entrepreneurial Conference, the Black Farmers Conference, the Black Youth Conference, the Black Media Conference. And for those of us who know Africa is home, I can't wait till we host the Black Repatriation Conference. Okay, do not shoot at the drone. That is my videographer. Bring the child up. Bring the child up here. Where the child at? Where the child at? Bring the baby. The baby missing. Come on up with the baby. Phone number. Thank you, Queen. We have a baby up here. Whose baby? Come on up, Natalie. We got a young brother. He's okay though, right?
Yeah, he was sleeping.
Okay, about 2 years old maybe. He was over there sleeping. Who left the baby? Give it a minute. I think the mom or dad, they probably smoking some weed. They'll be back. Just give them a minute. But let me say this though, while we dealing with this. Let me say this while we dealing with this. No fault on the mother or father. I'm sure they will come. This is Ethiopian New Year today. This is African New Year today. I'm sure the ancestors will send a parent. That's no problem. Thank you, Sister Natalie and Brother Manny for that. But I want to say this. I am sick and tired of us giving our children over to child protective services. I remember a time if somebody's mother was on chemical addiction, we didn't call up the city to come get the kids. We brought them into our house. I remember once upon a time if the daddy got locked up, we didn't call the city. We took the kids into our house. I remember once upon a time, we never gave a black child out of the community to the oppressor. We got to go back to that. Brothers and sisters, think about being a foster parent. Think about being an adoptive parent. Think about being an emergency placement parent. And to all my black singles out there, we still working on the first annual Black Singles Convention. But I want all my sisters to know something. If your hair not natural, you can't get a man. If your hair not natural, you can't come to the Singles Convention. Now, I'm not picking on none of my sisters. I love y'all. We enjoying you here today. So no shame, no blame. But when you come to the Singles Conference, I need you to be happy to be nappy. With that, some of you asked me about the little girls. Once we get the boys up and running, I promise you, 5 years after the boys are up and running, we will have the Anna Douglas and Amy Garvey Princess Academy at FDMG. We will not leave out our little sisters. Let me give you my phone number so I can go and make room, because I can't wait to see and hear the Universal African Dance and Drum Ensemble. Make some noise for them brothers and sisters. I can't wait to hear Gil Scott Heron's band. Make some noise for them brothers and sisters. And we got some more acts waiting on you. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. One more time, my personal cell is 215-989-9858. Issues with your children, let me know. Issues with your own mental health, let me know. You need an evaluation, let me know. You need some consultation, let me know. You need some therapy, let me know. Suicide for black males between 20 and 40 is our second or third leading cause of death. So many black men killing themselves. Don't do it, black man. Reach out to Dr. Umar and let me help you get some help. Black women are taking their life. Don't do it, sister. Ancestors are with you. Reach out to me and let me put you with an African-centered black female therapist to help you talk your way back into the right mindset. Don't quit on each other. We all we got. Black man, black woman, black child, black elder, all for one, one for all. I leave you with a quote from the great Frederick Douglass, who said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and deprecate agitation are like men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want the rain but can't stand the thunder or the lightning. They want the ocean, but they're scared of the awful roar of the water. Frederick said, a man may not get all you pay for in this world, but you will pay for all that you get, and this you will pay for with blood, or with blows, or with your very life. But he who wants to be free must himself strike the first blow. Frederick said, for 20 years, I prayed on my knees to God for freedom. But the good Lord gave me no freedom until I got up off my knees and prayed with my feet. He said, don't look for pity if you want respect. The man who respects you will never pity you, and the man who pities you cannot, even if he wants to, show you respect. The most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the brother who gave us the red, black, and green flag, the greatest black organizer in modern history of any race, said, without confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence you have won, even before you have started. I have an announcement. On October 16th, the anniversary of the Million Man March, at 3 o'clock in New York City, there will be a fashion show in New York that's going to be hosted by our Haitian African brothers and sisters in New York. Make some noise for the Republic of Haiti right now. Our first free black republic. We stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Haiti. We stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Africa, in Central and South America, and all throughout the Caribbean islands. One people, one race, one family. For more information on the New York City Haitian Fashion Show, you can reach out to 833-334-6468, or you can text my cell phone number that I just gave you and I'll send you an image of the flyer. For those of you who live in New York City, Dr. Umar will be in New York City on Nat Turner's birthday, October the 2nd. I will be in Brooklyn at Superior Daycare Center. I'm coming to New York to do a special 5 boroughs Black Parent Boot Camp training from 8 in the morning until 8 at night on Saturday, October 2nd. Brooklyn, you need to be there if you don't know how to protect and advocate for your child. Education and mental health. Queens, Staten Island, Harlem, Bronx, you must be in Brooklyn at Superior Daycare, October 2nd, 8 to 8. If you want to come to learn how to protect your child, go to DrUmarJohnson.com and register. And for those of you who don't live in New York City, you are still invited to come to New York City and get the Black Parent Boot Camp. And I'm hoping to see all of y'all on November the 11th in Nat Turner Land, Virginia, when we honor the man for whom this gymnasium is named after. Join me in Nat Turner Land, November the 11th, to honor the great revolutionary Nat Turner. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. In conclusion, Marcus Garvey was asked, are you an African or are you a Jamaican? And he said, I would never, ever, ever give up a continent for an island. I am an African. Yesterday, today, and for all times. Brothers and sisters, our closing event for tonight, after everything else, will be a fashion show. Dr. Umar is getting married in a fashion show. I don't know who I'm marrying. I don't know if she weaved or natural, but I'm going to still accept her. Listen to me. Until the fashion show, you can meet me at the Red, Black, and Green Stone if you want your book signed or if you want to take a picture with Dr. Umar. If you're looking for my book, Sister Tanisha is selling it right on the other side of the Red, Black, and Green Stone on the concrete. Brothers and sisters, I thank you. Brothers and sisters, I love you. For those of you who have not had a chance to get any of the free FDMG food, in about an hour or two, we will make an announcement. And anybody who wants food can go get some of our fish, some of our chicken, some of our hot dogs, as well as burgers. And we do have food vendors over here. But I want to say special thank you to Sister Hanera Abuno, who's at the airport now, flying back to Africa. I asked her at the last minute to help us get the food ready, and she agreed to do it. And she did it and got right on a plane to go back home to the motherland. Give her a hand, brothers and sisters. With that being said, I can't thank y'all enough to be out here this year. We coming back every year, and we're going to get bigger and bigger until we got to rent the park right there from the Boys and Girls Club and have basketball tournament and concert and volleyball tournament and everything else. Brothers and sisters, I love you. Don't ever believe what they say about me. But I really don't care, because at the end of the day, I know we will be victorious. And those who doubted me will see the truth. That Dr. Umar is what I have always been since my North Philadelphia birth. And that is one man, 100% unapologetically dedicated to the liberation of all African people. Here, there, and everywhere. Black power, black power, black power. Thank you, brothers and sisters.